Hello, welcome to tutorial number 1 of the Dronesmith API. In this video, I will demonstrate some basic Dronesmith API requests. If you would like to follow along with this video, you will need a Dronesmith API key. If you do not have a key, go to api.dronesmith.io to request one. In this set of tutorials, we are going to be using the Postman API tool to build Dronesmith API requests. Before continuing, please watch our Configuring Postman tutorial to learn how to set up Postman for use with the Dronesmith API. Let's get started. We will begin with a fundamental Dronesmith API request. First, add drone to the URL. The full URL should be api.dronesmith.io/api/drone. Also change the method to get. What this is going to do is retrieve a list of drones on your account. Press the blue send button in the upper right corner. If you have never used the API, you should see in the response that the total number of drones on your account is 0. So let's go ahead and add one. To add a drone, keep the current URL, but change the method to post. This request will create a virtual drone with a random name on the Dronesmith servers. A virtual drone is a quadrotor drone running in a simulated environment. Press send. The server responds with the drone object for your new drone. A drone object is the representation of your drone in the API. You can see in the return object the name of your drone. Before we can send commands to the drone, we need to start it. Copy the name of your drone and add it to the URL, followed by start. And let's send it. Status OK. Great, that means that the drone is starting. Now we can send it commands. You might want to use this command in the future, so let's save it. Go to this drop down by the Save button and select Save As. Change the request name to something simple, Start. Also, we're going to add it to a new collection. A collection is basically a folder where you can organize your requests. I'm going to name this new collection Dronesmith API. Okay, let's save it. Save. You can see that the request was saved over here in the left sidebar in your Dronesmith API collection. Now let's go ahead and create the stop command. Go in the URL and change start to stop. And save as. Change the name and select the collection you made previously. Okay, we are not going to execute the stop command yet, but know that if you lose control of your drone during the tutorial, you can stop the drone and then restart it to reset it. Now let's get the drone status. Remove stop from the URL and replace it with status. Also change the method to get and send. The server responds with the status object. You can see that the drone is online and it is not currently in flight. Let's save as. Change name to status and save. Okay, let's get the current position of the drone. replace status in the URL with position. Keep the method as get, and send. The server responds with the position object now. The most used fields in the position object are latitude, longitude, and altitude. Altitude is in meters. Let's save it. Make sure you use save as. You are also going to want to build a request to get the rates object, which includes the ground speed of the drone. Replace position with rates in the URL and send. You can see that the ground speed is effectively 0. Let's save as. Okay, now let's get the drone in the air. We will do this by sending the takeoff command. Change the method to post and remove rates and replace with takeoff. And go ahead and save it now. Save as. The takeoff command by default tells the drone to take off to an altitude of 10 meters. Let's send it. Command accepted. Now the drone is taking off. Let's go to the position request and check the altitude of the drone. You can see that the drone has settled right around 10 meters. Alright, let's land the drone. Go to the takeoff request you created and edit it. Change takeoff to land and save as. And send. Command accepted. Now let's go back to position and make sure that it lands. You can see the altitude is dropping. Okay, the drone appears to have landed. Now let's say instead of 10 meters, you want to take off to an altitude of 20 meters. To do that, go to the takeoff command and add a field to the body of the request. Make sure that the body type is raw and is of application JSON. Add a set of brackets and add the altitude field. And we'll set the altitude to 20. And we'll save this change. And we'll send it. See that command is accepted. And go to position. We'll make sure it reaches the correct height or altitude. It's increasing. And it's settling right around 20 meters. Now let's tell the drone to go to a different latitude and longitude. We can do this with the go to command. Go back to takeoff edit the URL to go to, all one word, and we'll go in the body, remove the altitude field, and we will replace it with a lat and lon field. I have gone ahead and selected a latitude and longitude. I'm going to go ahead and just paste this in. Okay, you can see that the fields are lat and lon. When you have more than one line, make sure you have a comma at the end of each line except for the last one. Now let's save as, change request name to go to, and save. Now let's request it or send it. Command accepted. Now we can see that when we get the position, each time we get the position, the latitude and longitude are going to be changing. Also, if you go to get the rates, you can see that the ground speed is about 5 meters per second. The ground speed will go back to near zero once it reaches destination. So let's monitor that. It's slowing down. Okay, the drone is pretty much stopped. Now let's check position and see that the final latitude and longitude is the same one that we specified in the body of the GoTo request. Before we end this video, let's stop the drone. Stopping the drone is something you should do whenever you are done with a virtual drone. So go to the stop request you saved and send it. Status OK. The drone is stopping. Now if you were to go get position now, you will get an error. See, error, no drone not online. Okay, that's it for this video. Stay tuned for more Dronesmith API tutorials. For more information on the Dronesmith API, see our reference documents at readme.dronesmith.io/reference. Thanks for watching.